that no, it has clearly shown that our submission through the public participation, so they claim it was not, if they were not submitted. So we as Sekhukhune liquor traders, we are very grateful because of, once the matter is in sub judice, at least the rule of law will also be applied. So what we're also appealing on is for our members to be a little bit patient. We understand that it's tough measures for us as liquor traders, what we've experienced from the first, but I'm appealing with all of them to just to be a little bit patient. Let's just give the court the matter to handle it, in the sense of saying that the court has also got its own processes and its own dynamics.
So the department saying this has been in the making for 15 years, but in terms of the public participation, there's been low participation. In fact, no one indicated that they are opposing this proposal. And you're saying that is a lie, essentially, because you did make submissions. What were your submissions?
Yeah, let me just highlight it a little bit, because of in part of the new Liquor Act which they intend to implement, it was clearly stated from 2019 when they began the act that no, the applicant for a trading on consumption can no longer use a government gazette for the interest for the public to be able to object and for comment.
Let's take you back a little bit. So you're saying it's clear now they cannot just simply publish a gazette and rely on that as a means of saying, well, the public must go and engage with that gazette.
Yeah, no, it was their initiative that, no, we need to face out the advertisement of the gazette because of community members in large cannot access it for even objection. But it came to us as a surprise that, no, the very same people who phased out that law, they went on national gazette. So it clearly showed, clearly convinced us that, no, they are hiding something. And the other thing which I would also like to highlight, well, the argument which they're bringing in court, it has clearly shown to us in our interest that, no, we have a strong affidavit in the founding whereby they just bring in technicality.
So what are your recommendations that you had made on this process that you're saying are not reflected in the final bill?
Yeah, no, our founding affidavit, it's just clear and straightforward to the point that, no, we want a public review in terms of where people will be consulted in the proper protocol. And it's unacceptable that, no, you cannot increase the fees from 100 Rand to 750 Rand based on the challenges that we also have as liquor traders. And we are grateful that, no, it has been clear that, no, liquor traders do play an important role in the role of economy of South Africa.
Yeah. So all you want is the public participation. Two, you want the halting of the increment to 750 at this particular point. How do you feel about generally the limitation of the hours by 2 hours? Will it make a significant difference to your businesses?
Yeah, no, it's actually killing our business to outline it. And then what we hope that the court will also rule that, no, the so-called 12 o'clock shutdown curfew midnight, now it should be suspended so that our business could, for meanwhile, be reshaping and to be able to operate. Because of, we think that the next public participation, it will be more clarified within the public interest. So when so-called will they be able to conduct those submissions, so we'll also be able to participate. Because of one other thing which I also would like to bring to attention is that as we go by, we've realized that people from Palabora, people from Guyana, the other liquor traders associations, they've came out in numbers today to even show that, no, these public participations were there, but what's painful is that our submissions were not heard, and maybe in the hope of the court, the state might even be able to produce the record in the argument as the matter goes forward.
So when we had the MEC the other day here, he says it's quite a strange situation that is going on there where people in Mpumalanga, they have a cutoff at midnight. And all they do is just then cross over to Limpopo and it goes on for additional 2 hours. And he's saying, well, part of what we need to do is just to normalize the situation. So what is happening across the road in Mpumalanga also happens here. So we can limit also the traffic that happens at midnight when people have consumed alcohol and so on and so forth. What are the liquor traders saying to that?
Yeah, no, it's a situation which I would also just to indicate that fortunately enough on the court hearing today, we had our friends in the struggle which are from Mpumalanga, Dr. J.S. Morocco, and then Gangala district as a whole, because they've clearly also expressed the view that no, they'll be also challenging the Mpumalanga legislation government because of it has affected them drastically in terms of economic development, and their businesses are currently, as we speak, so most of them are dying and are suffering. And then just to bring this to your attention, it has been clearly stated that no, Rogers, he doesn't understand the mandate or the feasibility of the Department of Economic Development, in a sense of saying that no, we should not be shameful to say it about. He must just simply step aside. Maybe the Premier must just delegate someone who could understand what is actually the economic development and tourism of the province, which will improve the livelihoods of people, because we are also very fearful in a sense of saying that should we allow this, even more jobs losses are going to be lost in the country, whereas we have a challenge of unemployment and social issues. So we want an MEC which is flexible, is vibrant, understand the challenges, not an MEC that will just come across studies without any review from his side or engaging the stakeholders. So we are really disappointed within the Department of Economic Development.
So this act came into effect on the 1st of August. Your matter now has been postponed to the 18th of August. What happens in between this process? Are you trading past the 12 o'clock hour? Yeah, no. As I've indicated that no, we are also appealing, and then we have addressed our members that once a matter is in the sub-judice care of the court, it's in the right direction. So I think we've also indicated to them that since all it's under sub-judice care, just be a little bit patient, because we strongly believe that the court will rule in our favor. Hence, the public can see that the provincial government is once again failing the small businesses and the people of Limpopo.